Hello and a warm welcome to my channel. AMS Ask Me a Stock and I'll cover it for you from a long, medium to short term perspective based on the studies of Ichimoku, which is a Japanese based multi time frame study, and Harmonic Trading Patterns, which is derived out of Fibonacci. Now, a disclaimer before I go ahead. This is not a trading or investing advice to you. This video is purely an educational talk based on the studies of harmonics and Ichimoku. Please do your study carefully and properly before coming to a conclusion whether you would like to trade or invest in the stock, which I'm going to discuss with you today. Also, please note that no monetary fee or any kind of financial obligation is there in this video. It's completely free. Now, today's talk is Larsen and Toubro, the multinational conglomerate, provides EPC solutions in various sectors, mainly infra, hydrocarbon, power, defense, in both domestic and international markets. The second quarter financial results, which came out in October, had some positives and some concerns. Let's talk about the positives first. Consolidated revenue was up 10% year on year. New order inflow is up 45% year on year. Order book is up 15% quarter on quarter. The energy segment saw massive revenue growth aided by hydrocarbon projects. Now, some of the concerns: while revenue grew, margins remained under pressure. The infrastructure segment reported severe decline. As per some analysts, revenue was down by around 1,000 crores. Now, based on the segment-wise breakup of Larsen and Toubro, since it's into a lot of stuff, tried to break it up and let's look at it how things look out here. Now, from the infrastructure projects, execution was a bit weak. As you can see, there is a year-on-year dip in there. Monsoon and water supply projects appeared delayed. For the energy projects, strong growth from hydrocarbons, but margins slipped due to cost overruns. From the high-tech manufacturing segment, good execution momentum. However, order inflows saw a tad decline out there. From the IT and tech services, solid growth, but again, margins declined there too. Financial services saw a healthy retail disbursements and collection efficiency improvement. Development projects saw improvement and in margins also. While in the reality segment, there is a revenue decline mainly due to fewer residential handovers, but margins saw improvement due to more sale from the commercial space. Now, before I go on to explain to you what I'm seeing in the charts, I'm letting you know that my courses on harmonic trading patterns and Ichimoku and trading psychology risk management are available. The courses of harmonics and Ichimoku are available in both English as well as Hindi, so you can select whichever one you want. They are both extremely detailed with lots and loads of examples explained in small chapters, including every kind of scenario, showing breakout, breakdown, pullback, supports, resistance, swing areas, where to catch momentum, and how to confirm reversals also. Trading psychology and risk management is an extremely important aspect of the market because most traders tend to lose money, as we get reports from SEBI constantly. That's because analysis is overrated while trading discipline is underrated. Either traders are not aware of it or they tend to ignore the same. The course is extremely detailed, explained again in various segments and chapter wise. Apart from that, there is bonus material for those who take the trading psychology risk management course. That is number one. There is other technical studies which complement harmonics and Ichimoku are also explained so that it helps you in reducing your risk and improve rewards. There is the relative rotation of sectors and stocks also. That is, at any time you can check which sector appears stand out and which ones don't, and accordingly which stocks stand out and which don't can be found. Then, as per your risk profile and your and the current at any given point, the current market scenario, which option strategy will work for you is also explained. And finally, a self-assessment toolkit, which is a SWOT analysis of what are your strengths, where is your weakness, what are your opportunities, and what are your areas of threats in the market where you should stay away from. The course details are there in the description box. The link is there. You can check out all the details there. And if you have any doubts or queries, you can shoot out an email to me and I'll come back to you on that matter. Now let's go and have an analysis of the stock. And I'm going to, as usual, start from the highest time frame quarterly charts in the case of Larsen. And you can see investors have always made money, small dip during the subprime, just before the subprime, and then couple of years of sideways. Then again the pandemic bottom formation. But overall, and even in that case, the stock kept on making higher high, higher lows, pushing its way up in this long period of, you can say, lower yields but not negative, from 2006 to 2020. And from there we see a massive up move each time. The since this has happened, pullback, it's given a fantastic return to its investors since then. The quarterly chart support is at 3450, then 2900, and below that 2300. Because this is quarterly, we'll be looking at much deeper scenarios in that case. Let's have a look at the monthly time frame and further analyze what lies ahead. Again, you can see from the pandemic lows, beautiful up move, has only tested the baseline once in 2022 and again this year in April, when the entire market took a dip. That's the time it saw, and ever since, good bounce, good upward traction happening. October was a fantastic month. You can see a large green October candle out here. The monthly Ichimoku support is at 3500, and below that at 3450. Stock is at its all-time high. So right now the resistance, I will take up the projections later on, what we should be looking at on the upside. Let's have a look at the weekly chart of Larsen and see what lies ahead for us out here. So in the weekly chart, we can see that in the month of October end, the stock made a bearish harmonic alt sharp pattern, which saw a kind of a sharp reaction in the first week of November, and then a pullback, which is again testing near its all-time highs right now. The weekly resistance support comes in at 3850, and below that at 3750. Let's have a look at the daily time frame and try to see what we can make out of it. Daily time frame, yes, as you can see more clearly out here, this particular fall from the bearish harmonic pattern is quite sharp, but now the bounce has also been quite steady, almost right now near its high, consolidating out there. And you can see couple of dojis formed last week out here on Thursday and Friday. The daily support coming in at 4000, then at 3950, then at 3900, with resistance at 4075 for the time being in this case. Let's have a look at the 60-minute for short term immediate, what it looks like. In short term, you can see out here that the stock is near a huge bullish Ichimoku cloud, and that's at 4000. If by due to any reason we see continuous decline, then 3950 is the level to watch out for, and drips down to 3925 like that. In this case, the resistance as per Ichimoku is at 4025, 4045 are the two levels to watch out for, in case we just see some sideways or try to do a breakout. Those are the levels I would be watching out for. So in my conclusion reading of Larsen is that I would be going aggressively long in it above 4050. I would like to see it sustain above 4,050 for upside levels of 4,300 to 4,500 to maybe even 5,000 on the upside. But please remember that would be only if above 4,050 it starts sustaining above that. While on the downside, I would be a bit worried below 3,950, because then this bearish harmonic would again drag it further down for another round of selling. Remember, we've just done one round down and we pulled it back sharply from there. So below 3,950, I would be looking at 3,700, and then for 3,500 on the downside. These are the two levels. You can see fantastic Ichimoku support here in the weekly time frame out here. So, but that would only be possible in case we fail to hold this level convincingly. Then we would be looking at, else above this particular level, it's looking quite good. Right now, as you can already see in the weekly also, these two candles are not very decisive signal mirror. Of course, today is just the first day of the new candle, but last week's was also just a spinning top candle. So nothing too much in the extreme short term from Larsen. But overall, yes, either above 4,050 or near 3,700, between 3,700 and 500. Again, it would be a fantastic opportunity to add as an investor such a good, strong stock in case it comes to that level. So I do hope this video is of help to you. So please do like it, share it, and do follow me for regular stock and index ideas. Until then, all the best with your trading and investing.